anything brought to me about Maruba Dam. I think there was an investigation. Somebody wrote a petition about it. All I know is that as the Maruba Dam was being scooped, I personally, and I picked the Bible and I swore, I went and I witnessed the works being done of the silting of Maruba Dam. And I think the investigative bodies, if they are investigating, let them do their work and let them charge if there was any mistake that was done. But I know that the work got done. Number two was about Danida. The 50 million being talked about Danida was money that was not properly accounted for, that was moved by some officers in my then government to other uses that were meant to go to health centers and health facilities. These monies were returned. There was a proper audit that was done, and this was corrected. And I even visited the Danida offices, and we had an agreement, and people who were to be surcharged were surcharged, and that was taken care of. On the issue of the 16 vehicles, and I'd like to speak about this, Mr. Chairman, been called a mega scandal. When I became governor, we were given 140 million shillings. And the 140 million shillings were to buy luxury vehicles for governors and the executive. I asked myself, we come from a country of low economics and come from a country where there was only 4 ambulances at the time in Machakos and 2 were on top of stones. Would I buy luxury cars for myself when people are dying, or would I buy ambulances? So I opted to buy second-hand vehicles. Majority of Kenyans, the hustlers, they buy second-hand vehicles. So I bought 16 second-hand vehicles at a price of 35 million shillings. And I used the rest of the monies to buy 80 ambulances to serve the people of Machakos, so that I could drive. And I drove for 4 years, for about 8 years in Machakos, using a second-hand vehicle as the governor of Machakos, and all my ministers, so that our money can go to serve the people, not to serve the luxuries of Wakubwa. Mr. Chairman, as a result of those ambulances that we bought in Machakos, we've had over 864,000 beneficiaries. We have over 241,000 pregnant mothers have been ferried by those ambulances in Machakos. We have the fastest response time in Africa, second to South Africa. That is Machakos County ambulances. We have 51,122 children who are born in those ambulances. In the olden days, children were born in Ukambani called Mwanzia and Nzelani because they were born by the side of a road. Nowadays, those names are non-existent during my tenure because people are not born by the side of a road. So we were able to remove that shame. So the mega scandal that was there was that people were dying, mothers were dying because there were no ambulances, because of people wanting to have ukubwa, and the rest went down. In terms of the issue of this 16 cases, it went to court, and I was never charged. And it was presented in court. We challenged. We said, why should we be charged for saving money? And eventually, the ESCC and the DPP said, actually, I should not even have been investigated. I should have been given an award. And a consent was written, and it was written clearly that I'll never be investigated of those charges because no money was lost.
Did the award arrive?
Through the blessings of God. And lastly, there's a question, Mr. Chairman, about branding Maendeleo Chap Chap. Maendeleo Chap Chap was my slogan, which I came up with as soon as I was sworn in. And so it was not a political party. And so we branded Maendeleo Chap Chap as a slogan to tell the people of Machakos that we want to do things in a chap-chap manner. We're able to build a stadium in 4 weeks that is now FIFA approved. We build a people's park. We build a road that is existing between Makutano Mamwala and Kidimani, 33 kilometers in 3 months. We broke the world record. Maendeleo Chap Chap, to serve the people of Machakos and the people of Kenya, to show that it is possible. Later on, when Wiper Party and I fell apart, as it is in politics that happens, people say that I should have a party called Maendeleo Chap Chap because that is what I embodied. So that is how the transition went into. It was not branding for a party. It started on day one as a Wiper governor at the time. Lastly, I was asked a question about appending my signature, about what you do not know.